Okay, and as promised, we are back with yet more Castlevania. So I'm just going to pass this straight on over to Dshana to give us a quick intro and explain what they're going to be doing for us.
Yeah, hey, I am Dshana. I'm going to be running Castlevania Rondo of Blood, and we're going to be doing Dove only, which is basically a low percent run for Maria. If you're familiar with the game, Maria is extremely overpowered. She has all sorts of awesome sub-weapons and spells. We're not going to be using any of that. We're just going to be using her basic attack. All right, so time starts when I hit start game here, so it would be 3, 2, 1, go. So if you've ever played this game, you'll know that Richter is slow and kind of janky. Maria is super fast. She just rolls on through the game. She's got a double jump. We're going to be taking full advantage of the rolling attack. And, you know, normally a low percent run can often be pretty difficult compared to an any percent run. But Maria's doves are basically like a little machine gun. Do a ton of damage. Take out that little ectoplasm. Make our way to the secret exit of the first level. Cool thing about this game is for the first half, there's a secret exit. Oh, I'm almost jumping off the edge. There's a secret exit for each level, which can lead to a branching path through the game. You see, I'm a little bit nervous here. Try and platform better. Going up to the first boss is a giant water serpent. Got some really cool effects. We are going to try and kill it in the minimum amount of cycles. You can only hit him one time each time he jumps here the first couple of times. But then he gives us an opportunity to hit him right here. See how we can do. Very nice. That is the fastest you can possibly kill that boss. Awesome. We're gonna take him off screen for a little bit, save some frames. He has a death animation that if we, don't show on screen, then there's a little bit less going on with the processor, save a little bit of time. That's level 1 down. I very rarely get that boss done in that many cycles, so I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. Alright, so stage 2, I hate taking the long way around. That's speedrunner's mantra, right? A nice thing about this level is we're not going to have a boss to deal with. We're just going to ride a boat, have a nice leisurely time dealing with some mermen. Ooh, jumping over fireballs. Gonna take a ride from this ferryman here. I'm not sure if it's the same ferryman as from Symphony of the Night, but I like to think in my headcanon it is. The stage is kind of boring. It's a bit of an auto-scroller. You just have to sit on the boat, kill the mermen. If you're playing the game normal, just a Maria speedrun, there's actually a pretty cool glitch you can do with the turtle sub-weapon that allows Maria to walk at normal walking speed through this screen, floating above the water. Saves a lot of time, but since we're not using any sub-weapons, we're just going to do it this way. riding the boat, saying hi to some fishmen. We love an auto-scroller. I will say though, that this is one of my favorite soundtrack, one of my favorite songs from the whole soundtrack. It's really great. The section, you know, it looks pretty simple, but it can actually be kind of tricky. Those mermen, they want to kill you. Jump out there a little bit early just to speed things up. Every frame counts. Take advantage of the iframes you get after you get hit and just knock out his eyes. Oh no, we picked up a little cat sub weapon. That's alright, as long as we don't use it, it doesn't invalidate the run. I'll try not to accidentally hold up on an input, which I have done and invalidated some runs before. One way that we could make sure recovered from that. Okay, that went pretty good. Every boss in this game has a desperation attack at the end where they always try and kill you, but as soon as it spawns, save for a few at the very end of the game, they can't kill me. Now, I apologize for my stream being such low quality with the frame rate right now. I'm not sure what's happening. But hopefully it clears up. It looks like it's better now on my end, but it's definitely bad there for a while. Really looks like it just skipped a whole bunch too. Alright, stage 5 is where runs go to die. This sword here, he likes to hang out at the top of the screen, and there's not much I can do about it when all I've got in my arsenal is doves. He's really trolling us now. Now, that's marathon luck for you. Sometimes he will come down right away as soon as he activates. You can kill him, but alright. Marathon luck engage. So not only do we have to deal with that troll sword there that just loves to beat up time, the boss of this level is Death, which, as we know, is a pretty consistent Castlevania enemy. In this game, he is extremely difficult. He's throwing sides everywhere around the screen. Got 2 phases. He's not fun. Alright, so we made it through the bottom of the boat. You can clip through these guys, but the timing on it's really tight, so I'm just going to opt to kill them. Oh, and I'm going to screw the timing up on that too. Here's these Leemen. I like to wreck your day. There is a health up here that we're going to grab. This guy's really low, and even with that, it's going to be a pretty dicey fight. Oh, I just threw a cat. That wasn't very smart. As you can see, Death's just floating around, throwing sides like mad at us. I might take a death here, since if I get hit another time, I will die. Let's try not to. Bounce him around and keeps us on our toes. Okay, so now phase 2, where he goes full anime. Throws off his cloak. Hopefully I can time this right. Oh, didn't want to bounce him a third time there. That makes this a little bit more dicey. He's actually going to be throwing a lot of sides at us. Missed the quick kill for sure. Oh, one more hit. Okay, good. Good. This is one of the few bosses where his desperation attack can kill you, so we gotta keep an eye out. There's a little scythe that'll spawn, and if that hits you and kills you, you gotta do the whole fight over. Moving on to stage 6, which is probably my favorite stage in the game because it is a callback to my favorite Castlevania, Castlevania 1, where we're going to fight all of the bosses from Castlevania 1. Come in here and Shaft is gonna throw an energy ball at it, which will easily dodge. Because even if you don't, it doesn't. We do a little bit of a boss rush here. Here's the giant bat, first boss of Castlevania 1. Keep him on the left side there, and not too bad. And right afterwards is Medusa, the second level boss of Castlevania 1. Pummel her with doves, not a big deal. And then a mummy. Now there are 2 mummies in Castlevania 1, but I'm still pretty sure this time. He is definitely the hardest of the bosses in the boss rush, in my opinion, because of this the wrapping attack there. Sometimes they will get you caught in the loop, and stuff like that will happen. Great. 1 hit to go. So unfortunately, taking a death there loses quite a bit of time because we do have to do first 2 bosses again. After the mummy is Frankenstein's monster, and once you've killed him, then you're on to Shaft, and if you die on Shaft, you don't have to redo the first 4 bosses, so that's a bit of a painful death there. Alright, we'll recover. Now, it's possible to throw a dove at the right time and placement such that it will be inside of his hitbox when he throws out all of the wrappings, and it will just destroy all of them, and you won't have to deal with them. And that's, ideally what I'm trying to do, but I'm just not hitting the timing for it. Oh. Okay. Easy go. Frankenstein's monster. Once again, just like everything else in this run, just pummel it with doves, and eventually it'll fall over. Not too bad. Now we have Shaft, the Dark Priest of Dracula. One interesting thing to note, this game was originally on the TurboGrafx 16. I am playing it on a PlayStation 5 currently, and one of the only differences from this port from the original is that Shaft has less health in this version, and I don't know why they decided to make that change when everything else is pretty much exactly the same. But because of that, it's split. The leaderboards are split. TurboGrafx 16 and the Requiem version, which is this one, are different because this boss fight is largely different. Now Shaft, if you've played Symphony of the Night, you know he's still around, so obviously we did not get rid of him here, unfortunately. On to stage 7, this level has some of my favorite platforming of any Castlevania level. This stage really sucks as Richter because he is slow and clunky and does not move very fast, whereas Maria, we just roll on through. We got the double bat RNG. There's 2 bats that spawn there, and both of them had swords. It's possible to have 0 bats spawn. It's possible to have 1 or 2. And both or none or one of them can have a sword. We got both bats, both the swords, meaning we had to be slowed down doubly. What are you gonna do? Here's my favorite platforming section. We just hop our way up the clock tower, basically ignoring all of it. Like D&D Net once said, what's a Castlevania game without a clock tower level, right? Gonna ride this guy's sword, he's gonna do a big knockback. Completely skip that section. We take advantage of Maria's double jump to just destroy the whole level. We don't need to worry about that. We're gonna take the safety soup here just in case, you know, marathon luck has certainly been on display for this run. And my frame rate to troll sword can go wrong, it will go wrong, am I right? Alright, so here is Shaft 2.0. He's back as a ghost. And fun part about Dove Only, we are going to completely trivialize this fight. It's not exactly the fastest, but if he can't do anything, it's not exactly dangerous either. We'll just bounce him back and forth for a while. And throw a couple of doves. We will get hit by the desperation attack, because if you go through a level without taking any damage, the end of the stage takes a lot longer. Kind of weird. You don't want to play perfectly, even in a speedrun. Awesome. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the final level. This is, if you've played Symphony of the Night, this is the opening stage of Symphony of the Night. Although, canonically it was Richter who defeated Dracula here. We don't really like that. Ideally, this can be done in 3 phases. You hit him 5 times with the birds each time he shows up. We can phase him here on the 3rd fireball attack. Oh, but I missed a dove input. That's fine. Get him right away on the 4th. Then we get the iconic Cookie Monster. He doesn't quite look like a Cookie Monster in this game, but still what I'm going to refer to him as. And Maria's dove's just very quick work of that form, and not a. And time is going to be on me grabbing the orb here, and we're already done. And that is time. Right on. Took some unfortunate deaths there, lost some time, so a little bit overestimate, and I think we are a little bit behind, so I'm not going to stick around too much. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm really glad to take part in this event. It's great, really good cause, and I enjoy it very much. So good luck to the rest of the runners, and I hope we can raise some more money to kick cancer's ass. Thanks.
Very well said, and very well done on the run. So, thank you very much for taking part. As always, love to see Castlevania. Always some great tunes. And speaking of great tunes, we have even
one and only justice in this world.
I don't understand what that means.